Hey guys, it's Daniel. Welcome back.
The meanings behind Kurt Cobain's lyrics have been analyzed and debated for years. Kurt himself has said on various occasions that his lyrics often didn't mean anything. But, at the same time, Kurt was known for exaggerating things in interviews, so take that with a grain of salt. In any case, I want to read to you a few quotes from Kurt Cobain that I've come across where he discusses how he comes up with lyrics. Quote, "For me, the reason why most of my lyrics don't connect is that they're all pieces of my poetry. I've used lines from all of these different poems. They're not thematic. And then I take lines out of each of them, put them together, and I make up a theme to the lyric well after the fact, oftentimes as I'm being interviewed. Or someone will suggest something and I'll think, that's a good idea. That's the way people should interpret most of our music. Which is why In Utero is a bit different, because there are a few obvious subjects in the songs on this album, a few themes. It's the first one I've ever written where there are lyrics based on a book or a story. I might have been inspired to write a poem where one of the lines was from a book, but this is the first time I've used it in its full context. And that's how most people want songs to be. They need it. That's pretty much my reasoning for writing more that way, because people need things thrown right in their face. I didn't have the audience reaction in my mind at all when I was writing these songs though. I've thought about it since. Although I know that's what needed to be done and that's what people expect, I still wanted to do something different for myself in the first place. I don't know, it's really hard to explain. I don't consider lyrics a big deal at all. A good melody line, a hook, and live energy is far more important. Almost all of my lyrics have been cut-ups, pieces of my poetry and stuff. And the pieces of poetry are taken from poems that don't usually have meaning in the first place. They were cut-ups themselves. And often, I'll have to obscure the pieces I take to make them fit into the song. So they're not even true pieces of poem. But again, In Utero is the first record where I've written at least a couple of songs thematically. Scentless Apprentice is one. I've always created abstracts. I love dreams that don't make sense. I'd rather watch a film that doesn't have a plot. Most of my lyrics don't connect because, again, I've taken lines from a lot of different poems of mine and put them together. I'll make up a theme well after the fact, oftentimes while I'm being interviewed. But there are a few more obvious subjects on this album than on the last.